Hello everyone, welcome back to YK Reviews. Welcome back to another weekly entertainment news video where we'll be discussing some Xmen updates, bit of an update when it comes to filming location for DC and some Peacemaker news. Couple of trailers we're going to be talking about along with like a Cyberpunk movie, live action movie which we'll be talking about. So loads to dive into. Let's get straight into it here. You know the drill by now. Timestamps are going to be in the description down below. Anything you want to skip around to, anything that you're more interested in, timestamps will be in the description down below. And if you are new to the channel, you do like these types of videos, weekly entertainment news videos, talking about movie news, TV news, video game news, sometimes even Lego news, subscribe to the channel so that you're not missing out on that. However, I just want to throw out a quick couple of shameless plugs here. As I just wrapped up all my Saw reviews, I'll put a playlist here so you can go check those out. I've just posted a Chucky and an Ahsoka review, so that will also be on the channel. You can go check that out. And as we're in the spooky season, the month of Halloween, I'm going to be doing Friday the 13th reviews along with a couple of other reviews coming out. So definitely subscribe so you're not missing out on that. But without further ado, I want to start off with a couple of Christmas trailers I'm going to be discussing here. The first trailer is called Silent Night, and honestly this trailer, if you haven't seen it, looks so wonderful. It's basically a movie about a father and son who get shot. The son dies, father gets injured, looks like his throat gets damaged. So it looks like it's going to be more of a silent movie, but it's a revenge type movie during the Christmas period, and he's just going on a rampage. It really gave me like that Die Hard vibes to it, since it's like Die Hard, and I'm going to say this now, it's a Christmas movie, so you get that kind of vibes to it. But overall, when it comes to the trailer, the fight choreograph, the revenge sequences, just looks like a whole lot of fun. So it looks like it is going to be releasing December of this year, so one to keep an eye out on for the month of December. If you have seen the trailer, I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Will you be checking it out? Will you give it a miss? What are your thoughts are about the trailer? Because for me, it looks like a whole bunch of fun, so I'll be checking it out. So let me know in the comment section down below. For the next trailer, again another Christmas themed movie coming out November December of this year, I believe. It's called It's a Wonderful Knife. Really great twist on the wonderful life. And with this one, it's basically about Justin Long, who's a mayor of the town, and he turns out to be a killer that actually gets killed by one character, what we're seeing from the trailer. However, that one character then goes and wishes that she was never born, leaving her in a parallel universe where the killer is still alive. It doesn't reveal to be Justin Long in the parallel universe, but things are a lot worse. She has to now go and try and track down this killer again, try and stop this killer. And first of all, in terms of the killer itself, the outfit and the design looks so fantastic. Normally you get like the black outfit with the mask, or a hoodie with a mask. This one, it's all white, getting that Christmas angel vibe from what I'm getting from that trailer. And just the mask too, everything looks really well designed. But in terms of the movie itself, you've got Justin Long in there, Christmas movie in there. I am loving, again, this trailer. It looks like it's going to be a fun time. Like a lot of great Christmas action movies coming out in the next couple of months. So it's a great time to have these movies come out. It's a great time to be in the Christmas mood with these movies coming out. I definitely want to be checking this one out. So again, if you have seen this trailer, let me know in the comment section down below. Will you be checking it out? Will you be giving it a miss? Have you seen the trailer and what your thoughts are on it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the first news story I want to talk about here is we're getting a live action video game adaptation. This one being Cyberpunk 2077, when now I believe they just released a DLC update for the game itself, but it looks like we're getting a live action. So this is coming from the Variety, saying here that Cyberpunk 2077 live action project is in the works, and this is coming from the gamer developer CD Projekt Red. They announced it on Thursday. There are few details revealed about the project, namely whether it's a film or a TV series, but it will be made with anonymous content, the media company behind shows like True Detective, Mr. Robot, films like The Revenant and Spotlight. Now, I personally have the game. I haven't yet played it, but my wife has played it and she loves this game. It's one of her favorite games of the last couple of years that she's played, and she has such a fun time with it. Says that the story is really great, the direction that you go with in terms of the gameplay as well, she has a really fun time with it. I've seen bits and pieces when she is playing the game. It really does look like a great game to play. I've seen playthroughs on YouTube of people playing it. Like I said, I've seen my wife playing it. It's one game that I am definitely going to be checking out and playing very, very soon. So for this to be like a live action, it's kind of got like that AI vibe to it based on what I'm seeing. And I think this could work as a movie. I think that there's lots of elements that can come into play that can work in terms of like a cinematography type of story. And I think that this could work depending on like who they're going to pick to write, screenplay and direct the whole movie. But I don't know, I'm basing this just on my like experience of watching other people play the game, not based on like my own experience just yet. So I'll probably be a lot more excited once I play the game. But it looks like every video game is just now turning into a movie or a series now, with like lots of other God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, so lots of things. Gran Turismo again, another example. A lot of things turning into movies and shows based on video games. Curious to see how this one's going to play out. So I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have played the game, do you enjoy the game? Do you think this would work as a live action movie? And for those of you that haven't played the game, what are your thoughts in terms of having this turn into a live action movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story, we have got an update when it comes to like the Power Rangers, like the reboot Power Rangers, with Cosmic Fury ending the 30-year run of Power Rangers. There will be a Power Rangers video in terms of like the 30 season Power Rangers coming out next year on the channel. I'm working on that project now, so keep an eye out on the channel, subscribe so that you don't miss out on that video coming out probably sometime in January. But we've got an update when it comes to like the reboot now, when it comes to like what's going to happen here. So I'll read this out to you here. So it says Hasbro and Netflix is prioritizing and Twizzler's work on concluding the Power Rangers script now that the WGA strike is over. It's also stated that work has started as soon as yesterday. The current roster is looking like a female Red Ranger, a Green Ranger is the leader of the group, maybe Tommy, which we did talk about this in a weekly entertainment news video. I believe it was like 2 weeks ago, where they were celebrating the anniversary of Jason David Frank after like I believe it was 1 year after his passing. They mentioned something hinting towards Tommy Oliver in terms of like the reboot, that character. So that could possibly be, again, they're mentioning the Green Ranger here. So you've got an LGBTQ male ranger, either a blue or a yellow. Colors are going to be green as a male, red as a female, blue as a male, yellow as a male, and pink as a female. It was originally a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers core color, but later black got switched for green to make the green leader the focus of the show. Next year is still set to be a hiatus year, but it is still expecting casting and filming news. Also, there is a good chance E1 is still involved due to contract obligations before the Lionsgate acquisition. So, long story short, it looks like the reboot is going to be happening. We're going to be getting information sprinkled across next year, so definitely be spreading that news out when we do find out information. But they're going to be taking a hiatus, so no new Power Rangers, nothing to do with Power Rangers next year in terms of like watching anything. But they're taking that hiatus and then they're going to be starting work on it the following year, so 2025. So it looks like they are sticking with like the Mighty Morphin vibe. Colors are pretty much the same. Tommy Oliver looks like it's going to be the front and center focus on it, and looks like we're getting the regular like standard Power Rangers team up that we're going to be seeing here. So when it comes to Power Rangers, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Power Rangers. Been watching it as a kid. Used to watch it every single summer, binge watch all the series leading up until that point of like the year of when that Power Rangers came out. Doing a rewatch again and planning a video on it, like I mentioned. But I'm curious to see what they're going to do next year. Curious to see how they're going to handle this reboot, what they're going to do, how they're going to go in terms of like the script and the direction of the franchise. So I am going to be curious. We'll definitely be keeping an eye out to see what kind of news we are getting. But let me know your thoughts about this. If you are Power Rangers fans, what are your thoughts about this announcement there? What are your thoughts about them taking a hiatus year? Are you excited? Will you be checking it out when we do find out more information? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story here, we've got an interview with the director of Five Nights at Freddy movie, the one that's coming out later on this month, one I'm really actually curious and excited about. But she was speaking to the SFX magazine here and basically confirming here that director Emma Tammy says she'd love to do a trilogy. However, they need to wait and see how the first movie pans out before making any firm plans. She is quoted here that, "I think we would all feel so fortunate to be able to continue making movies in this universe with these characters." Tammy says, "It all depends on how things go with the first one, but should we be lucky enough to make more, I would absolutely want to be involved and would feel lucky to be included in those sequels should they happen." Now the reason why I'm just bringing this out here is because there's been some like, not backlash, but sort of just negatives when it comes to like having this director do a trilogy of movies there. Now for me, I'm yet to see the FNAF movie, so it all depends on like how that movie goes, how much enjoyment I get out of it. But honestly, if the movie turns out to be good, if it's universally praised, I honestly don't see why not keeping the same director, having her fill out the whole trilogy of movies to make it where it's her vision, her direction, how she wants to take the franchise in itself. Because I know there's a big following, especially with the video games. I've got the video game, I'm going to be playing it, just before the movie comes out, so I'm all like up to date, all in terms of continuity and it being in that universe of the FNAF. But yeah, when it comes to like her confirming that she would love to do it, it's not confirming that a trilogy is going to be happening. Like she said, it all depends on like how the first movie goes. But again, we'll see how the first movie goes, see how great it is, how universally loved or hated it is. If it is universally loved, I definitely am all for her doing a trilogy. But let me know your thoughts about this quote in the comment section down below. If you do enjoy the movie, do you think that she should continue doing a trilogy of movies with this? If the movie's not that good, do you think she should still be on board with it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now if we continue on the horror train here, we've got like a minor update when it comes to Scream 7 here. I mentioned this when we confirmed that the writer's strike is over, that they are working on the Scream 7 script, trying to get that done and dusted, because they're going to be filming hopefully in January, between January to April, depending on how the actor strike is going. As of right now, quick side note, they have been meeting throughout the week, but nothing concrete yet. They're going to be meeting again on Monday, so we'll see how that goes. No updates yet for that, but they are working on the script. So this is confirming here, this is coming from the Critical Overlord, who is a scooper that has had stuff right in the past. He's confirming here that Scream 7 will reportedly take place during the Christmas holidays, which honestly I'm all for. Having like an iconic slasher in the snow, blood dripping down the knife, walking around in the snow, I'm all for it. We're yet to confirm whether it's going to take place in New York, similar to like Scream 6, or if it's going to be in a different location. We're still unsure of that. They haven't revealed anything like that yet. But with Scream 6 having that Halloween vibe to it, I feel like they didn't take enough advantage of that. Like, you got that sequence in the train, you got the sequence with the two like buildings and the ladder and stuff like that. You got to see a bit of like the Halloween vibes, Halloween Street in New York, but you didn't really get to explore that as much. So with this one, if they are doing it during the Christmas period, especially in New York, like Christmas in New York is crazy, and you can have so much fun with it, especially with the settings and the cinematography of New York, with the snow, with the Christmas decorations, Christmas tree. So I really am looking forward to that. I really am looking forward to seeing Ghostface in the snow, Ghostface on Christmas outside. That is going to be a fun watch. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts about Scream 7 taking place during the Christmas holidays? Do you think it'll stay in New York? Do you think it'll be in a different location? What are your thoughts about Ghostface walking around in the snow? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story, we've got a couple of little sprinkles of updates when it comes to like DC side of things here. So somebody actually asked James Gunn, asking for a season 2, please, referring to Peacemaker, and he goes and replies, writing it now as we speak. So basically confirming that Peacemaker season 2 is in active development. He's writing it now, and people have been asking about in terms of like the continuity, because he confirmed a couple of weeks ago things aren't canon up until like Superman Legacy and Creature Commandos, so nothing's canon prior to that. So he was asked about that, and he basically goes and replies that the new DC continuity will be addressed in Peacemaker season 2. Now how that's going to be addressed, I have no idea, because John Cena, the Peacemaker character, the whole series was taking place in the DCEU. So for season 2 to be taking place in the DCU with this new reboot, I really don't know how they're going to address it. There's been theories going around that scene with John Cena and addressing Jason Momoa's Aquaman and the Flash with Superman, Batman all like blacked out. That's going to be the new DC heroes. So like David Cornswear and whoever's being cast as Batman and the Flash and those characters. That's what John Cena is going to be seeing in that scene. So it's going to be like a retelling of that scene. That could be a possibility. Could just be that John Cena just randomly sees everything is different and just addresses it that way. I mentioned this, I believe it was like last week or the week before that when we did talk about DC, is that just everything seems like a mess, a confusing time to be a DC fan right now. Like everything's just unsure. With the writer's strike being over, they are prioritizing like Batman 2, as I mentioned. They're going to be working on the Peacemaker, so hopefully we do get some answers, but obviously nothing is going to be concrete until we see Superman New Legacy or Creature Commando. But I really enjoyed Peacemaker season 1. I had a fun time with that show. One of the most enjoyable shows of DC. So I'm curious to see what James Gunn is going to be doing, what James Gunn is going to be cooking with this new season 2, and how they're going to address the continuity. But with staying on DC, James Gunn has also confirmed that most future DC projects will be shot largely in London. Superman Legacy is being shot in many places across the world, but our home base is in Atlanta. So Superman New Legacy is taking place in Atlanta, but he's basically confirming that future DC projects, is all going to be shot in London, which I thought was really interesting to know that like everything is going to be taking place in London, mostly when it comes to like the projects. So I'm glad I moved away from the UK. So I'm living in Canada, and I have missed the opportunity to see like these DC projects being shot and filmed live in person. So thanks James Gunn for that. So let me know your thoughts about all these projects being filmed in London moving forward, and also how you think that James Gunn's going to be addressing this continuity in season 2 of Peacemaker. Let me know in the comment section down below. But for the final news story I want to talk about here, we're going to be moving on to like Marvel side of things. So the first thing I want to address is Blade. Yes, that project is still happening. I know there's been no updates, nothing when it comes to that, but this is coming from RPK News, a reliable scooper here. He has confirmed that Marvel's Blade is undergoing a major transformation. Reports are suggesting a complete script rewrite is in progress. Now, like I said, there's just been so many like issues when it comes to Blade. There's been directors being replaced, scripts being worked on, just nothing is really moving in terms of like the train when it comes to Blade. And it's just been frustrating because I really feel bad for Mahershala Ali, who was being casted as Blade, which felt like forever ago, to now just being put on the back burner, just been waiting. Looks like the script is now again being rewritten from what we're seeing here. So it's frustrating because you want to see this project. Like, I'm a huge fan of the original Blade movie, so I just want to see this project come to life. I want to see a live action Blade movie inside the MCU. They've built it a little bit when it comes to like the Eternals post-credit scene, but then now it feels like forever ago since we saw that post-credit scene. So hopefully this is going to be the final rewrite. Hopefully this project is going to start moving forward. We are going to start seeing Blade now in the next couple of years. So hopefully this is like the final rewrite that they are going to do with it, and they get this project working and moving for the MCU. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below in terms of like the Blade movie, what your thoughts are about, again, another script rewrite, again, another delay when it comes to the movie. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But in terms of like Marvel, we have some good news when it comes to Marvel. So this is coming from The Deadline, confirming here that Marvel Studios executives are eyeing a meeting soon to hear writers' pitches for the coveted X-Men job, which basically means now that the writer's strike is over, Marvel is going to be looking at writers to try and work on a script for the X-Men live action movie. So this isn't concrete coming from like Kevin Feige or anything like that. Basically confirming that now Marvel is looking to get writers, which I'm honestly just so glad to hear. Live action X-Men movie, especially from what we're hearing with like Deadpool 3, seeing all the legacy X-Men characters appearing on screen, now moving into like the more current in-form X-Men characters. Curious to see really who they're going to find as a writer, who they're going to find as a director. So it's going to be exciting times to keep an eye out on the X-Men scoops, on the X-Men behind the scenes stuff. So I'm really curious to see who they're going to pick for the writers. And again, once we do find out, you'll be the first to know on the weekly entertainment news videos here. So we will start hearing more updates eventually with X-Men. I know it's been a long time since like Fantastic Four and X-Men and Blade just feel like projects that have just been on the back burner for so long now, and like nothing has been really brought forward for it. So hopefully we do find somebody soon. We do get updates for the X-Men soon, casting news soon. That most likely just depends on the actor strike too, but it's just glad that we're going to finally see projects moving forward with the Marvel side of things here. So let me know your thoughts. Who would you want as a writer? Who would you want as a director for the X-Men movie? And let me know your thoughts about them now looking to start finding writers for the X-Men movie. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But that about wraps it up for this week's weekly entertainment news video. Tons to go over. Want to know your thoughts about everything we discussed in the comment section down below. And again, keep an eye out on the channel. There's going to be videos for Nightmare on Elm Street along with other projects coming out. Pet Sematary tier ranking video also coming soon to the channel. So definitely subscribe so that you're not missing out on that. And also, I have got a Twitter. Link is in the description down below. You can go ahead, follow me on that. That way you know whenever I do post my thoughts on everything in terms of like shows and movies and stuff like that, reactions to those. So definitely go ahead, follow me on there if you have got a Twitter. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. This is YK Reviews. Peace.